And we're back to Kerbal Space Program. Jonny here. Today we're starting to build the Kraken, our massive traveling space station. So let me pitch this to you. The idea is going to be that we're going to build this thing in low Earth orbit, piece by piece. And when it's ready, we're going to be able to just travel large distances with this thing. We're going to have several Kerbals on board. We're going to have a science lab. We're going to have to be able to process our science wherever we go and send it back. And yeah, that's the idea. So the way we're going to do this thing is we're going to build the separate sections and just dock them together in space, and then bring up as much fuel as we need for this thing. Now, first piece is the central one. So I've got a design here. So let me know what you think about it. So we got a cockpit allowing 2 people there. This is part of the B9 mod, which gives you a couple new artifacts or pieces you can pack in your spacecrafts there. So we have our antenna here for communications. Again, our cockpit with 2 people there. We have 2 docking ports on the sides, and then down here we have another one. If we open our cargo doors, this is going to be the central part. So this is where most of our monopropellant is going to exist, and we also have all of our electric power there. We have solar panels that are going to extend, and we have fuel cells. These allow you to produce electric current from oxidizer. I believe it's oxidizer, so you know it might come in handy. So we're gonna close that up for now. This is what we're gonna have. We're gonna send up Bob and not Bob. Can't remember the name of our engineer there, but we're gonna send out our engineer along with Jebediah, of course. He's the head of the mission here. And the idea is that we're gonna just achieve low Earth orbit. So around 70,000-80,000 meters is what we're looking for. So we're packing around 3,000 Delta V here. Got a twin bore engine in the jumbo. So I think this will be enough for us to get into orbit. It might be pretty close. We'll find out. So let's just save this up here. And we're gonna launch the first piece of the Kraken. And the way I view this is I think we need like 2 more pieces at least. We're gonna have like the science wing with all the science stuff. We need like the big science lab as well as all the instrumentation, of course. And then on the other side we'll have whatever else is remaining. Probably kind of living quarters, I guess, of some sort, because even if the game doesn't demand it, we probably want to allow enough space for our Kerbals to move around and just exist. And then of course on the sides we're gonna pack all of our nuclear rockets, because I think that's going to be our main propulsion system when we're out in space. So as you can tell, I'm pretty excited about this. After the success of our last mission, I just want to kind of be able to explore even more planets. So I think in conjunction with the Kraken mission, we're also going to send out probes, similarly to what we did for Duna. We can do the same for Eve, I think it's called. So it's the... if we go in the opposite direction, we can find Eve, and I think it's going to be interesting to see what Eve looks like. Well, it should be like Venus, shouldn't it? So it might be pretty interesting to go there. We can also think about landing and also trying to send a probe that can actually land in Duna as well. But I think we can actually have like a lander module in our Kraken space station, which then, you know, we can take the whole thing to Mars and then we deploy the landing module and just operate with that. But for now, we have 1600 delta V to get us into orbit here. So we gotta be as efficient as possible. We want a very circular orbit. Make it as easy. Ooh, as I say that, I missed my window a little bit, but I think we're gonna be fine because we have really good thrust with this engine. But yeah, we don't want our orbit to go beyond 100,000 meters, because that will make it a little bit more difficult for us to perform our dockings, or at least it will require more fuel. So we want to make sure we are as efficient as possible. We have just a smidget of fuel left, so we're gonna wait until we hit our apoapse and we're gonna burn that. We're gonna hope it's enough. If it's not, we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board here. So let's shoot it up. Oh, it wasn't enough. Alright. Well, I don't think we have many options at this point. Let's go back to the design. And my game crashes. Alright, we're back, loaded in. Let's make sure we were able to revert our launch. Let's jump back in. We're gonna allow ourselves a little bit more fuel here. Load up the Kraken central section. Gonna give ourselves a little bit more fuel. Even that is quite a bit. But I think we might be okay here. Let's take that bad boy for a spin. Hopefully it works. Got Jab and Bill. As always, the fairing pretty important here for stability. And then once we get the balance for fuel here, we know we can just reutilize this lower stage for all of our launches. And just start launching up the pieces. Now, of course, the next launches need to actually dock onto this thing, so we might need to pack more fuel in order for them to generate an encounter and so on. The whole docking shebang that we've gone through already. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. For now, I'm just worried about getting this into the 8K meter range orbit. Looking for that 70,000 altitude there in the apoapse. We're kind of there. Gonna speed up. So dude, I've been playing a lot of different games. Well, as you've seen, started a bunch of new series on the channel. Let me know if you're particularly interested in any of them, but I've been having fun with the different games there. It's good to have the option to switch back and forth between different games. That way you never get burnt out with any particular one. But yeah, I'm also looking to start Metal Gear 5, Metal Gear Solid 5 this weekend. I want to allow myself some time to play it because, you know, presumably it's going to be like a long first section, and I don't want to have to stop it halfway through because obviously I work a full-time job and stuff, so I won't be able to to play like a whole lot of hours during the week. So that's gonna happen. Alright, come on, orbit, orbit, orbit. Oh, a little bit of an ugly orbit there, but not too bad. And I mean, realistically, we could even just try to reduce it a bit, since we do have a little bit of fuel left. I'd say our periapse is perfect. Our apoapse is a little bit high. We got this heavy cockpit, which has a lot of torque, allows us to turn a little bit better. Aside from that, we just have a set of 4 RCS thrusters. We're gonna be very gentle here. Okay. I'm fine with that. Not gonna touch that anymore. I have a 70 to 81 orbit. That's perfect. We're going to detach. We're going to detach. There you go. Beautiful. We're going to open our cargo doors. Turn on the lights in the cockpit there. Turn lights on. Awesome. You extend your solar panels. Yeah. Amazing stuff. So yeah, this is how it's gonna look. We're gonna have like more stuff plugged in here, and then in the sides we're going to have like the other sections. So we probably need like a corridor of some sort. So we'll probably have like some landing habitacles here, linking this to the other wings. So we're gonna have like 2 more wings here. One again, the science wing, and then the other one with whatever else we need to pack. They're gonna be packed with nukes. It's gonna be our propulsion, and we probably want something like here for like a landing module, something that just decouples and is able to land in planets like Duna or like moons, and then can take off and come back. So I mean, those are very high standards, very high goals there, but we're gonna, you know, we'll do our best to get there. Of course, we do have our antenna as well. Fancy extendable antenna, which, if I say so myself, dude, looks pretty cool. For now it can stay packed, we don't need it. I'm pretty happy with the central section here, I think. I'm pretty happy. Let's turn off RCS, make sure we're not wasting any of it. And you can see just with the torque of the capsule, we can turn very well here, which might come in handy. You can also see electric charge is completely sustainable as well. Got some lights going. I think everything is set. So let's go back, and again, Jeb and Bill are gonna be there for the time being. So let's go back here. Let me just show you the nodes that we have to work with. I picked up this. So we have some Clampotron docking ports, as well as that stack separator that I just showed you in the build. We have some new building materials, kind of surfaces and stuff, which we may need for the space station, and also the cockpit that I showcased. And we have like a big protective shell if we need it as well. Now that left us with not much science at all, but it should be fine. And then these things you've already seen. So let's go back here, and we're gonna start looking at the next stage. So give me, we're gonna call it the science wing. Yeah. I think the left wing can be... So this is going to be the right wing, and the left wing could be just the lander module. I don't think there's a problem with that. So let's remove this thing for now. Let me sorry, just get the volume down a little bit on the music there. And then let's think about what we need. Again, I think we trash the whole thing, don't we? Although we could try to like follow the same design, so it kind of looks similar. I do want to change the top here. We don't want to have the same thing. We could have, how about this? It doesn't look bad. The other options are just kind of drones as well. But to be honest, this doesn't look bad. Let's just evaluate our options here. Let's say we had this one. No. About the heavy drone core. Yeah. Now we're talking. Is there a way we can... Let's see. Alright, let's go with this for now. And remember, we have to pack this whole thing as well. So that's gonna be a whole thing, which we're gonna probably have to redesign the bottom here, I think. So for once, park these over here. And I think you take out these things. You make sure, okay, I think we messed up there. Hold on. Open it up. Remove everything that's inside. So we got space to work with. Obviously this doesn't fit inside, does it? No, it doesn't. So how about we have like one hatch like this, and then the science module right down under. Dude, that looks great. Looks really good. We're gonna have our science equipment in here. So you go junior module, and then that's where it gets tricky. We could have like a lot of storage units, for example. Would be one option. I think we'll pack like a few of these at least. At least I don't see why we shouldn't. That is, if we can get them. That's not too bad. We do have access to them. We probably want to pack some ladders. Where do we where would we pack the ladders though? Okay, so first off, just pack your run-of-the-mill scientific experiments. I mean, you know you're not gonna land this thing, so you don't need your seismic detector there. But then take me to ladders here. How do these operate? Okay, they're a little messed up. Give me like the other way around. Alright, so yeah, we need some ladders so our scientists can stop here and store the science. What is the best way for them to do that? Could it be something like this. Oh, that's a long ladder. Give me like the opposite. I could see that. Seems fine to me. We do need it on both sides though. Alright, we can test it out. I think it works fine. We got some free space there. We could pack like another battery there, just for the lulz. Okay, yeah, I think we'll keep it like this. We would close that. Everything is neatly in there. I just thought, would an RCS tank fill in there? No, it doesn't. Okay. We're done with this. And then down here we have the science lab, which that is fine again. Then remember to pack your docking parts. So the lights may have to go for these to fit up here. We're gonna do it like that. Pack your lights. Let's make sure we got some lights in here as well. Wherever we can fit them. I think that's gonna be just fine in the corner there. Right, what about up here? Do we need anything specific? We definitely want to pack some lights, just for effect. But I wonder if we could include something else as well. It would be nice to have a relay antenna, but it would just probably look very ugly. Something like this could be an option. This seems pretty ugly to me. This is not coming on my... I mean... It's also hard to like get it centered properly. And we could always just have it on the side like this. Of course, that might be hard to get off the ground. How about like this side? Does it work? Well, it's very difficult. I mean, that would be an option. I'm not completely against it. I think it might be a little difficult to get off the ground. We're gonna need like a big fairing to make it work. But we can definitely try. So the idea with this is that we're gonna connect this side to the station, and then this side will be free. So we're gonna have like an available dock there for anything that needs to dock, which I think is valuable. And then I think that's gonna be it for our science wing. So we save that. What is the weight of this thing? Okay, that's a lot of tons. Right, so 10 tons, we might need like a lot of fuel for this. Because remember, this thing has to dock as well. And also, remember, we need a docking port down here. Like that. Although it's not centered. I think that's as good as it gets for us. Okay. So I'm thinking the RCS as well should be in the bottom. Let's grab these guys and put them down here. I think that's gonna be alright. Could also just put them like to the sides so it looks a little bit better. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We can also pack like 2 of them here. I mean, we could, but we probably don't need it. The other thing though is that we need some RCS tanks. Where would we put them? Do we have any space left in here? Not really. Ooh, we have some little RCS tanks. Look at that. Dude, yes. We need these. Look at this. Perfect. Perfect. And quite a bit of RCS on them, surprisingly. Yeah, right on. So we just do a couple of lights on the side as well. And I think that's going to be our module there. But then, of course, remember that we also need like a connector to connect the main station with this wing. So let's do yet another design here, which is going to be just like a drone. Don't need anybody on board for that. We're gonna call it the how do you call it? The hallway connector. We're gonna come up with a better name, but for now it's gonna be the Kraken hallway connector, and we're gonna have like some living quarters. Give me living quarters like this. Okay, I think we pack like 2 of these. This allows for 4 Kerbals each. So that's very generous space. We could also do like use this cabin, but it looks really shitty, doesn't it? Looks really shabby. So I think we go for this. Ooh, I have an idea. Hold on. How about if the antenna is on this thing? So hear me out here. Not like that though, right? So the idea would be that this thing is connected to the main central wing, and then this is connected to the science lab. The science lab now wouldn't have the relay antenna, and instead it would just be here, which is perfect, I think. So how about we try that? We just need to adjust the height a little bit, make it fit nicely like that. kind of phasing into the living quarters there. So just give me... okay, that looks alright. Maybe take it a little bit inwards. Perfect. Alright, this is gonna be it. And then here we have some docking ports. We pack this guy. And then another one on the other side. Like so. I think that's kind of symmetrical. Hopefully. And then the idea of the drone core is that we don't need a pilot for this. But what we do need is, I mean, you gotta give me the ability though to remove this thing from the top for now. And then I think maybe you try to put it in between, like something like this. I think this looks pretty cool actually. Just pack your docking port there. Try to make it central. Pretty hard to make these things like spot on in the center. But dude, I think we got it. So we're gonna save that. And now we just need to get this into space. So we got our pieces there. We're gonna leave it here for today. I'm pretty excited for the future. Hope you are as well. If you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments or leave a like. As always, thanks for sticking with me, and I'll catch you next time.